Hey, what's up? It's me again. I got a lot to say, so this might be a long video. Um, you know, you ever been in those situations where you're having a good time or you're just playing your game and the woman's like starting things up? See, my ex, right? My ex, we broke up because, I was flirting with another girl and stuff like that. I had my reasons. Am I the bad guy for that? Well, yes and no. The reason why I say yes is because you know what? You don't want to flirt with nobody when you're in a relationship, unless if you're just complimenting them. But I say no because you know what? That's well deserved. I wasn't getting no intimacy. I wasn't getting no affection. It was just dry all the time. You know what I'm saying? No effort. It was a low effort relationship. So I'm like, if you're gonna be like that, I'm just gonna cheat on you. You know what I'm saying? Even if it hurts you, so-called hurt you. I don't even think it was hurt at all because look at the effort. There's no effort. And that's the problem with women. Women have this low effort situation thing going on. Like, how you gonna survive this world if you don't put any effort into your survival? Like, how you gonna like? If women are attracted to the person that can help them survive, they would approach the guy that's going to help them survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a guy has a job and he's making money, you would go for that guy that's making money, right? Or it doesn't even have to be about the money. If the guy makes you feel comfortable and he's doing right for you, you should approach the guy yourself. He shouldn't have to approach you. You, the woman, should have to approach the guy. But you're not going to do that because there's pride and there's insecurities, and that alone is a red flag. You probably don't even deserve that guy at all either. You know what I'm saying? Like, women who don't approach men don't deserve a man. They don't. Because, see, back in the old days, right? Men would approach women and women would accept the approach. They wouldn't question it. They wouldn't make you out to be this creep. Nothing like that. But I don't know. I think if you want something, you should go get it or earn it. I'm not saying guys shouldn't approach women because at the end of the day, you could do whatever you want. I personally don't approach women because, not saying, not trying to like, as a woman, you not trying to keep me in your life is a red flag by itself. Like, if you're interested in somebody and y'all having a good time, why in the world wouldn't you keep that person in your life? You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. But, I don't know. I just think that, it's like what my friend said at work, or, my coworker at work, he's like, closed mouths don't get fed. And that's true. That's hella true. Closed mouths don't get fed. And so, with that being said, if, women who don't say nothing and women who don't approach men, they're not gonna get fed. They're not gonna get rewarded for doing nothing. See, that's a problem with men too. Men are suckers. And because of those men, you got women thinking that they don't gotta do nothing. It's because of those suckers that women are thinking like that. It's not just a woman thing. Men fucked up too. But I'm not saying, see, your average guy is okay. But suckers are rare nowadays, you know? Men who are suckers are rare nowadays because a lot of men have been hurt so many times to the point where they're not going to act like suckers no more. You know? You know, men are kind of to blame to why women are acting like this. But at the same time, it's not really their fault. And that includes me. Like, it's not my fault that these women, right? They don't want to do nothing. They don't want to put any effort into anything, you know? And so, as a man, I'm not going to approach you. I'm not going to do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to text you first. I'm not going to do nothing for you. Like, I'm just going to exist, you know? Like, I'm just going to, like, you know, do my thing, like, you know? Yeah, you know, women got problems. They have issues that I can't control. But back to my ex. You know, my ex, she's a weirdo. And I'm talking about this Christian girl. Like, this Christian girl, she's a weirdo. And the reason why I say she's a weirdo is because, you know, tell me this. How in the world are you going to start a relationship and put no effort into it? That's the weirdo part that I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to do all the work in this relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I'm a man and I'm supposed to provide and all this other stuff like that. No, it's not even about providing. And it's not even about, you know, being a man. It's about doing things that you are interested as a woman. If you are interested enough, you would keep the relationship going. You know? If you had any, you know, sense of, you know, if you as a woman, if you had any sense of duty or, you know, priority, you would, you know, you would pretty much just, keep the relationship alive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this low effort, you know, situation going on, it's pitiful, you know? And again, it's the suckers that ruined it for all us men. You know? But I just wanted to make this video to express myself and let you guys know, like, this is a real phenomenon. Like, this is something that's been going on for a long time, and it's got to stop, bro. This low effort situation got to stop. Stop acting like you are interested in the person and put no effort into it. Stop doing that. You know? Like, it's one thing to be nice to somebody, but when you're telling them that, hey, I like you, but I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to be the one to ask for your phone number. I'm not going to be the one to, you know, do this and that. See, when you're that type of girl, there's a problem. You know, there's something wrong with that mindset. You know? See, women, they're not in danger. They're not in danger when it comes to approaching a man. They're safe. As a woman, you can approach a man and he will gladly accept the approach. He's not going to have any issues with that. But if you're a man and you approach a woman, oh, now you're a creep and you're this predator. And it's like, oh, you're this bad person now because you approached her. You try to keep her around and, you know, all that nonsense, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, female animals, female animals, right? I'm talking about like animals, like female animals. There are some female animals that approach the man, the male, you know? And it's kind of like this, you know? For like animals, it's either the guy has this long horn or something like that, or he has to have these features to look a certain way, or that's what's gonna attract the woman and also stuff like that. I mean, if it's like that for men, then yeah, okay, that's cool. But I don't know. Men don't have to wear makeup and all that other stuff like that because we naturally look good. But what am I really trying to say? I'm trying to say that animals are smarter than women. Animals are smarter than women. I think female animals got the right idea. I'm not saying to be on some bestiality shit, but I'm talking about women that, like female animals, they have good taste in what they want. And when they want something, they approach it, and in some scenarios, the male approaches the woman and flocks his feathers to show off and all sort of stuff like that, and if that attracts the woman's gonna let the guy mate with him. See, it's not like that no more with us men. Like maybe back in the old days, women, allow the guy to approach, but now it's like, you can't even do that without being in danger, right? You're in danger as a man when you approach women. And the danger is you could be set up. You could be literally set up for failure because of the rejection fetish that these women have. They get off on that stuff. And it's sick, But that's all I wanted to say in this video. I don't care if I offend these women. If a man cheats on you, you probably deserve to be cheated on. You have low effort and you wonder why he cheated on you. You're not meeting his needs. I'm not saying cheating's okay, but I'm saying men have needs and you're not meeting those you're not meeting those criterias. So yeah, he's gonna definitely cheat on you. You know what I'm saying? If a guy tells you to do something and you don't do it, yeah, expect him to cheat on you. You know what I'm saying? If a guy says, hey, can you do me a favor and like help me out and stuff like that, and you don't help him out, yeah, expect it to be cheated on, because you know what? You're not being a good girl at that point. That's just the truth, You're not really doing him a favor, And it's not always about the sex. It's in general, like if you live with this guy and the guy tells you, hey, can you get this thing for me? If you have the time and availability, can you get this thing for me at the store? You don't have to get it, but I'm just saying, can you get it for me? And you say, no, I'm not going to do that. Well, you're entitled, right? It's okay to not do anything for some people, but, if you're available to get this thing at the grocery store, right? Why not get it? Why not get it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why not go get some juice or something? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just a scenario and stuff like that. I'm not saying that I'm going through that, but see, if a woman's not like my mom, where she's helping me out and helping me live life, like I'm working and stuff like that, and I come home to some dinner. See, if a woman's not mom material, I can't be with you. I can't be with you. See, if I have to get you everything and I gotta do everything for you and you're not doing your part in the relationship, I can't be with you. You know what I'm saying? I just can't be with you. You know what I'm saying? A woman who's not mom material is a loser, That's a losing ass woman who don't deserve no man. See, women who are successful with men they're mom material usually, or it's temporary, and you know, the grass is not greener on the other side. But this is why I'm I'm not gonna approach these women no more. You know, but if a woman's taking care of me, buying me stuff, I'm helping me out, I'm gonna keep her around. But I'm still not gonna text her first. You know what I'm saying? I'm still not gonna do these things until I feel like, you know what, this girl is showing me she wants me in her life. I'm gonna start texting her first and stuff like that. But that's gonna take a while. But yeah, this is the video that I want to be out there, because you never know. Someone's going through this. Someone's actually going through this. Someone out there can relate. But that's all I want to say. Peace out.